Hey guys, what's up? Ragnarok Total War here with my second match in Shadow Online Gaming's Summer 2019 YouTubers Warhammer 2 Championship Tournament. Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful. But yeah, second match in Group A. I am faced off against Janet on occasion. This is actually my second time playing Janet. The first time was in a previous tournament where coincidentally he played as the Wood Elves as well. Though I was Bretonia in that matchup. Did not end well for me, to be perfectly honest, and a little opportunity for some redemption here. So let's get in here. We'll see how this goes. We're fighting on the Pillar of Bone, so an interesting deployment area here. It's really curious that it's usually the deployment area is across the entire map rather than shifted to the one side of the battlefield. But I believe this is a little bit of a bigger map than the previous match where I played Dog Shadow. And yeah, so it should be a little bit more room to maneuver. All right, I'm just gonna pause the recording here while we take a quick look. Sorry, I'm used to pausing things on YouTube. So let's take a quick look at our deployment for this one. So Janet playing as the Wood Elves. It's got the Wild Riders here who are hidden for the time being in the forest, and nice looking formation here. He's got the Dryads in front, 3 units of those. We've got War Dancers with swords backing them up. War Dancers in the center. Got a Branch Wraith in the center, along with Orion just securing the center line. And then in the very back, we've got the War Dancers with spears. 1 unit of Glade Guard with Starfire shafts. I guess they're sort of fire-tipped arrows. And then we've got the Sisters of the Thorn. So a very fast-moving army here, supported by very fast cavalry. So what am I bringing to this fight? So over here on this flank, we've got Cold One Riders with spears, Hrothgar mounted on Grimlock, and then he's supported by a Feral Carnosaur. So very fearsome looking force over there. And then my front line is made up of these skink cohorts with javelins. I'm a big fan of these guys on campaign. I think the early game that they're a great great fodder sort of infantry, great meat shield. They've got the javelins, and they've got higher unit models than most of the units. But multiplayer, things are a little bit different. We'll see how they hold up. The Bastiladon with a solar engine. This was a last minute addition to the army. I'd initially had 2 units of the Cold Ones with spears, and I put this guy in here for fear of facing off with Durthu. I just wanted a little bit more of a counter for Durthu if we ended up facing him. But unfortunately, I don't really have him supported by anything here. So we'll see how he does. And then we've got a Skink Priest of Beasts. I wasn't really sure what magic user to bring with this. I feel like maybe Heavens would have been a little bit better, but this is a lore of magic that I'm honestly not really that familiar using. So we'll see how that goes. I think my main spell that I'm bringing with him is the Feral Manticore, which will add to our roster of monsters here. So we've also got some Kroxigors, like a unit of Temple Guard, and some more Kroxigors. So yeah, that is what we've got. So let's take a look and see what happens here. Now, I should mention that this match, both Janet and I were quite tired when we bought it. It was first thing in the morning, and I had in true Ragnarok fashion decided that it would be a good idea to stay up all night and prepare for this, because I knew that I would be facing off against a very good opponent. Janet's a tournament player, and he's played a lot of multiplayer as well. So I thought it would be a good idea to stay up all night the night before, practice, and then see what I could do in this match. But yeah, lack of sleep, lack of preparation, and end up basically panicking first thing. So as you can see by my very curious move to try and take this high ground, shifting the army, but because this army is so fast and so mobile, I'm not going to get into position in time, and the Wild Riders are getting some free kills over here against these skinks. They have taken a little bit of damage from the javelins, solar engine. The solar engine is not even facing these war dancers as they make their way up here, but the nice little formation that I put together is turned into a jumbled mess now because of my my panic mode, basically. So, right, the elves making their way up here. Gonna try and catch these dryads out on their own, isolated, see if we can take them down. But they seem to absorb the punishment pretty well, sending in some war dancers with spears to support them, and then we've got the Glade Guard with fire tip arrows, and over here it's just a complete mix. Kroxigors getting a little bit of work done, but these skink cohorts are looking like they're made out of paper mache. The high elf, or sorry, wood elf infantry really putting the pressure on here. The Kroxigors are holding up pretty well, at least this unit is. This unit taking on, trying to slow down the Sisters of the Thorn. But, I mean, if you watch carefully, Janet really is taking control of this battle with the cavalry. There's no real answer to this mobility over here on this side of the map. We had these units over here might have a little bit of an answer, but the Wild Riders are wreaking havoc, and this sort of panicked move here has left has allowed Janet to completely envelop my army, completely surrounding them and starting to dominate with his cavalry out here. So already it's not looking good, even though the balance of power has shifted slightly in my favor for some unknown reason. And there we go. After that charge, it's put it back to even. Distill it on. Once none of this, getting out of here. These skink cohorts are looking pretty thin already. Well, we've got the Carnosaurs over here supporting, trying to help out. Got the Pharaoh, Manticore in here, trying to get a little bit of work done. The Cold One Riders are now getting out of dodge. They're making a run for it. A couple of the units are rallying. Skink cohorts over here. Distillodon is rallied, but it's going to be right on top of me before I even get a chance to really do anything with them, and they're starting to rout again already. Really, the only thing that's keeping me in this fight is the Carnosaurs at the moment, and yeah, army, he's made really short work of it. I think the javelins, the skink cohorts, maybe, probably a little bit of a mistake. Probably should have brought some Saurus Warrior, something a little bit heavier, hold the line a little bit longer, and try and hold down the flanks against the fast-moving cavalry. But excellent job here by Janet, using his cavalry to really dominate this fight, pretty much from the get-go. Carnosaurs are fun to watch, though. Give them that. These poor skins. Yeah, they probably a bad idea. I mean, a couple of them might have been okay if they were supported by a little bit more infantry. Wanted a little bit of range, and I wanted a little bit of speed going into this fight, but yeah, not crazy about my build here. Like I said, I changed it a little bit last minute. I feel like 2 units of the Cold Ones with spears would have helped hold the flanks, and rather than separate my cavalry and my Carnosaurs from my main line, should have kept them maybe in a little bit more of a defensive formation and just tried and protected try and protect the flanks a little bit more, but as it is, it was a great job by Janet just to totally dominate the battle. Really put the pressure on me here from the very beginning, and I mean, that's what you'll notice, or that's what I've noticed. I've been playing actually a lot more multiplayer since the tournament's finished, and you notice most of the experienced players, they get right on top of you right away, and they just don't give you a moment to breathe. So you really got to either be in a solid defensive position and ready to push back, or you've got to push the momentum yourself if you want to have a chance. There it is. Valiant defeat. Very tough battle for me. I was really I didn't have a lot of confidence going into this, to be perfectly honest, but yeah, great job by Janet. Solid looking army there, and yeah, it's just too bad. I feel like maybe getting rid of a couple of these skinks. I feel like the skink priest of beasts was maybe a bad pick. Maybe should have went with heavens, something like that, or even, yeah, I'm not sure, but definitely the Bastiladon. I think I would have definitely rather have more of the spears, cold ones with spears, rather than them. One of the Croxidors did well, the other one didn't do so well, and then the rest of them, very lackluster performance. Krokgar, 75 kills for him is okay, I guess, but really, for one of the most powerful lords in the game, as far as like melee specialists, definitely should have done better, and I did have quite a few of his abilities on there too. So as you can see, these guys right here just really dominated. It's an awesome job using the cavalry, and that's one thing that I've noticed actually watching some of Janet's replays, is use of the cavalry. Even just with 2 cavalry units, he's able to really get a ton of work done, and it really takes off the pressure of the infantry. The infantry just essentially has to hold everyone in place, and if you can control the flanks with your cavalry, you're free to do rear charges and cycle charges and really smash into the enemy. Ryan didn't even really take a scratch in this one, so more or less a walk in the park for Janet. I guess a walk in Jurassic Park, so good job to him. If you guys want to improve your multiplayer game, his channel is certainly one that you want to check out. Got tons of videos on there, lots of informative information, plays the occasional campaign here and there, and yeah, definitely go visit his channel and see what's going on if you want to improve your multiplayer skills, and good luck to him the rest of the way. And don't forget to stop by Shadow Online Gaming's channel, where you won't miss a single thing in this tournament. He's going to be commentating on every single battle and doing some wrap-ups at the end of each week. So puts Janet at 2-0 in the group, myself 1-1. I need to win to go on, and Janet has basically secured his position to go on into the next round of the tournament, the round of 8. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Have a great day. Ragnarok signing out.